Hello everyone and welcome to the Samsung Members Challenge Series Season 3 Part 2. We are excited to be here. This is the final match after a month long of exciting matchups. Joining me in the casting deck today once again is Hafki. Hello Hafki.
Hello. Very excited to be here. The grand finale, and we have Team GunSlingerS going up against Team Union Gaming. It's looking like it's going to be a good one, isn't it, Stefan?
Yeah, they've met each other in the past as well a couple of times. They know how each other play, but they've always, come up with something new. So it's going to be very intense. And it looks like the first map today is also going to be Icebox, something that we've hoped for because we had a lot of ascent in the past couple of tournaments. We've been wanting to cast on Icebox as much as possible.
Well,
So
it is going to be the second map, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. And the third map is going to be, is it going to be a Haven, Stefan? Yes, it is. But like we usually don't see a third map going out. It's usually ending in the first couple of rounds. The winner of the first map usually wins of the second map as well. So uh, we have to just be cautious of that. We have to make sure that the gamers don't really take that to heart and like just carries on. Even if they lose the thing, they should know that they have another chance and go for the next map and
yeah,
try to
and
win
it
that thing.
looks like we are in agent selection. We are in Icebox. We have the players now currently selecting their players. Roach gonna stick to his Reyna.
Benji on Sage, Stefan. It's that's going to be an interesting watch because Cypher on Icebox is a pretty very useful agent to have. But then again, I think he is going for the wall aspect and the healing and the res. So that is basically like playing against a six-man squad when it comes to it. We see both teams picking on Sage. So and no Sova.
No, so indeed, Sage is very important to have an Icebox, like I mentioned before. But we were actually discussing before about trying to include Viper on Icebox. Viper can hold on to B side like very strong and cutting mid of an Icebox in half as well. Something that a lot of players have done before. It's a very
Yeah,
interesting
well,
tactic.
yeah, it is an interesting tactic, but it's a very difficult agent to be having as well. So, in the sense that it's a very niche agent so far, isn't it? Like they've given so many buffs to Viper. Right now, she's actually looking like a very strong agent, but I don't think players are very familiar with the recent updates and all that just to get into a grand finale just yet. So let's just hope that she'll be more utilized in the upcoming tournaments.
Yeah, and it looks like we are going to see a couple of frenzies. The frenzy has been not nerfed, but it is a little bit more expensive. Icebox being a map where you are going to be encountering a lot of long range fights. I typically not stick with the frenzy unless you are going to rush in aside, and it looks like Team Gunslingers are going to be doing exactly that. They are teeing up for a full-on A rush in the beginning unless they are going to fake this.
All right, so we have Team Gunslingers on the attack. They are trying to push into A side. They are going to take that quick position into the start of the A side. So far, Benji has been scanned out by Sova.
A very tactical push. It's not a rush, it's very slow, very methodical. They are going into A side and look at the position that the players have already come. They've already in A side. Kroms picks up Slapsphere, getting a little too far. Ekapumpa able to trade that one out. The players are already here. Reeve is already on Rafters. He's there, but Vision is good for 2. Vision has equalized this round. It's only left to Sage and they have to come back here. It's Benji and Defiance. They are finally here. Spike has gone down. Ball goes up and they are blocked out of sight. This is very methodical play coming in from Gunslingers in the first round already.
Yeah, that was a brilliant take off the side by the attackers there. I don't think that the defenders have much of a chance right now because they are, the attackers are holding very good positions. Meanwhile, Benji going up against Grim and gets taken out by Vision. A good trade there, and Kusa falls to takes out Vision rather and falls to Ikapumba. What a brilliant start for the Gunslingers, isn't it? And we usually see Team ZeGG going up, taking that early dominance, but it's a good, refreshing change of pace.
It was. I don't think Gunslingers, sorry, not Gunslingers, ZeGG weren't really expecting all 5 players to come in the way they did. Once the players were already inside, there's almost nothing the remaining the players who were on site could do. Kroms was able to pick up one, but he got immediately traded out. And finally, by the time Roach made it onto Rafters as well, he had to walk out of a smoke, and Vision was there picking up both players.
Yeah, Vision had a brilliant round. He got 3 kills that round and basically tilted the entire game in their favor. And now we have the attackers more of the same, trying to push into A side.
With the heavy buys, here we go. They're already inside, but Kroms is good with the pistol, picks up the 9-9 Scrim. But Vision and Slaps were able to trade both players out. Vision is good for 2 once again. And it's down to a 2v4. It's
One enemy remaining.
Roach and Defiance, but Roach falls already. It's just Defiance. Defiance and a Sheriff. Pretty good combination. He does have
That's a
3
good
players.
combination. Thing to note, I was about to say the Vision is he has the ult if he chooses to use it, but no, now it's Kusuf has taken it down to a 2 versus 1. It's very much doable right now, but he has only 50 something health, 56 HP remaining, and let's see if he has enough time to get the actual defuse in as well. Oh, what a good flick by Kapumba, taking a crispy headshot, taking out Kusuf, the last man standing, and second round also goes in favor of the attackers.
That was a very interesting round. It almost looked like he was going to go in favor of ZeGG, with Kroms able to pick up the jet early in the round. And then Roach falls as well, but then Defense just starts coming online. He takes off two heads with that Sheriff. Luckily though, the players from GunSlingerS were playing together. They knew what to do, stayed back, waited for Defiance to push into side, and then made him pay. Now coming to the third round, we are going to see GunSlingerS coming in with a heavier buy. They will be able to challenge the players of GunSlingerS this time on long range fights. They're not going to be able to avoid. Benjay knows that someone here, but he just missed out on Slapster. Slapster has already crossed. Slapster is so good at this. This lurk role that he plays with Reyna is something you cannot beat. He's already in mid. He could catch off any player, but Kroms this time is playing on B side. Will GunSlingerS expect this? 9-9 Scream about to peek this, he's picking Kroms, no, Kroms is better. Kroms picks up 9-9 Scream, the spike is about to go down.
Spike planted.
They manage to get it down. Slap Sphere on that lurk roll takes off Defiance. So it's up to Reeve.
Oh. Well, Vision is being the man of the match so far, isn't he? He's been carrying that team. He gets the resin as well. So Scrim is back in the game as well. So like the last two stays standing. It's all up to Reeve and Roach right now. 9-9 Scrim taking that range, taking Roach out, and Vision is there for the final kill of the round and taking out Reeve. Vision, as I mentioned before, is having a very good game, isn't he, Stefan?
Vision's having a very strong game. He is right now out fragging his duelist counterparts on the team. Understandably, there is nothing much they can do. Vision also getting the spike down. What's important to note though is, Hafid, that GunSlingerS have not gone to a default yet. They've been rushing, they've been committing their bodies into each site that they've approached, and more often than not, ZeGG are unable to counter the amount of bodies they have to fight against. So they keep...
yeah, exactly. I was almost about to say last round that if the rain broke, don't fix it. Keep doing the K push, but like they went with the change up and they actually got into side and got the thing planted down as well. Now, meanwhile, we have the two frags falling very quickly in A side. Now it's already down to 3 versus 2. Most of the players were still holding B and mid area, so like the entire site has been taken. Decent post plant positions as well. Scrim peeks at Kusuf, takes him out. Vision on a very good position right now. He can peek through here if he chooses to. Takes out. Oh wow, a brilliant shot on Kroms, taking him out. Last man standing is Benjay. Oh, Benjay on that Sheriff, Stefan. He's just a whole different type of player, isn't he?
Yeah, you can't count him out of a round. He's able to pick up Vision and he sees Slapspear as well. Slapspear is going to challenge this. Slapspear almost forced Benjay, but manages to get that frag. A little scary, but not too scary, as they had 3 players standing still while the spike was ticking down. 4th round on the board for GunSlingerS, already creating a hefty buffer for themselves.
And we see that Vision is, it was Benjay. He's still on his ult, so that could maybe be the game changer right now, because they are going in for a full buy as well. He can choose to res a teammate to have that extra man advantage. Let's see if they can do that from here, but so far it has all been about Team GunSlingerS, isn't it? It's very uncharacteristic of the Team Union Gaming to go down like this 4-0.
Yeah, they didn't have any strong buys that round, so they were more prone to lose out on those long-range gunfights. Now the dart does come in to back up A to spot Spirit Killer out. Spirit Killer already falls to Reeve. Reeve on a very aggressive position. He has support. Benjay picking up very left up, picks up Ekapumba. It is a 2v5 immediately. It looks like ZeGG are now finally coming online. They know what they're doing. Don't want to commit players too far out. 9-9 Scream peeking Kroms. It's Kroms versus 9-9 Scream, but Vision's also there for the support. 9-9 Scream comes out on top. This time Kroms has fallen at yellow, But B side not really open because the 3 players from ZeGG are already here. And Reeve is now wrapping around the players. He's not going to allow them to rotate out through mid.
Yes, a very decent position being held by Reeve.
One
He's gonna
enemy
basically cut
remaining.
out that
Spike down, B.
movement, but Kusov taking out Vision. The spike's down at B, so the last man standing, 99 scrim. Let's see what he can do from here. That's not on full health either. He just has 67 health. What do you think is going to happen, Stefan? I feel like the first round is going to go in
30
favor of
seconds
teams Union Gaming, but meanwhile, he takes out Kusov on 27 HP right now. Roach should be able to beat him and gets him headshot on him as well. So, first round going in favor of team Union Gaming. Do you smell a comeback?
It looks like they finally figured out what Gunslingers were doing. Early frag comes to Reeve in that round, Spirit Killer, so that was part of the map that they already lost within the first few seconds of the round.
Well, those early frags are important, isn't it? Like, it basically sets up the entire round afterwards. And that's exactly what happened to Gunslingers. They lost that first frag and they basically went into the game little passive. You should see them rushing into side. Right now, they are holding mid position, but Benji has slowed it down.
Equal buys for both teams as Ekapumba is now trying to challenge through mid. He's already TP'd into tubes. Will Benji have heard this? They do, and Defiance is already given up the call out. He is going to hold in kitchen. The players of Gunslingers are taking up. I think this is going to be a mid rotate. They're going to be going under through tube. But wait a minute. Benji walls himself off instead, and look, very subspace. Unfortunate for him, Chroms, Roach, and Benji chime in with kills of their own, leaving just Vision and Spirit Killer alive.
Well, this is not good. We're looking good for the attacker so far. It's only 2 men standing. Meanwhile, we have Vision taking out Benji. Now he does have the res as well, so should he choose to use it, he can bring it back to a 4 versus 3. He does use his ult. Pumba is back in game, but Kusov taking out Vision immediately, and Crumbs with frag taking out frag grenade taking out Pumba, and last man standing is Spirit Killer falls to Crumbs. Crumbs very sneaky that round, isn't he, Stefan?
He caught Slapspear out, him and Roach. They know, Gunslingers know that there's always going to be at least one player from, ZeGG know that there's going to be one player from Gunslingers who is always going to be out of position. He's going to be in this very unorthodox position away from the entire team, trying to get as much map control as possible. And so far, apart from the first 4 rounds, ZeGG have been able to counter it now finally. They know what's up.
In the first 4 rounds, what we saw was that the entire team was pushing together into side. Maybe that is the difference. Like they've been a little bit more passive in their attempts into coming into side after the first 4 rounds. Maybe that has been the difference. Let's see if they can change up the strategies.
Once again, very heavy A push coming in. Roach is already there, down on side. Reeve and Roach managed to get 2 frags. 99 screen rushes inside, not able to do anything. Vision swings on to Roach. Vision swings on to Reeve instead. He has 2 kills. He's able to heal, he won't be able to heal himself, but there's no race. It's just him versus a 3 full team.
Yeah.
He's going to be running away, spike in hand, and ZeGG have his number right now. They've wrapped around side, they've wrapped around the map, they have boxed him in. He's in A side. If he's going to do anything, he is going to have to play for picks.
Well, do not count him out as yet because he has been having a very good game by himself. So let's see if he can actually do something sneaky, Stefan. Let's see if he can get those nasty picks and then try to push into a side because he does have the spike in his hand. So anything could happen right now. Meanwhile, Crumbs is holding a very sneaky position to basically catch him out if he tries to rotate. Crumbs is about to pick him and he gets taken out by Crumbs. Nice try by Vision. I mean, there was very little he could have done there because A side was completely barricaded, and the best he could basically hope to do was retreat into B side and try to get the plant down and hold it with his wall or something. But it doesn't seem to be the case. Crumbs holding that excellent angle.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting to see the amount of respect that ZeGG were giving Vision as well. They weren't, overexerting themselves. They were holding their ankles. They weren't going for that kill. And we already know how ZeGG sometimes a little greedy to get those kills, mostly because they do get them. This time though, they left Vision alone.
When someone's on 11 kills, Stefan, you will be a little hesitant to push out into try to get the kills because why throw the round, right? And meanwhile, we have the B push coming in. Crumbs already taking out Vision as well. Goes on his ultimate and he misses. He does not. And he gets taken out by Scream himself.
I have the spike.
push is towards B. Spike is also at B, but look at Slapspear's position at A. Folks, pay attention to the minimap. Slapspear and his lurks have always come out
Last player
clutch.
standing. Spike down
And
B.
just like that, it is going to only be Slapspear alive. Slapspear alive in a 1v3. Reeves ult does heavy damage, takes out 2 players.
Well, that was Stefan. That was very unfortunate for the attackers because Reeves' ult came out of absolutely nowhere. The entire team just got caught very much off guard. And as I said, Stefan, it's like watching the two sides of the street before you cross and getting hit by a plane. That ultimate. And taking out 2 himself. Now Slapspear was holding a very decent angle. They did push it to side, but no. He gets taken out by Reeves because he's very much separated from his team. So if it had worked out, he was in a very good position. But we can't predict things, can we? That was a good round by Ryu.
I think what
3
happened
kills
there
for him.
was just when Slapspear covered enough of the map and was about to give the call out for the players to rotate back into A. Reeve pulls out the ult, takes out 2, and then the round is almost done. Turns over on its head as it just Slapspear alive at that second.
Here.
Yeah, single ultimate can be the make or break point in a round, isn't it, Stefan? We saw exactly that over there, but now the scores are level. It's 4-4. Like initial 4-round advantage to Team GunSlingerS has been taken out immediately. Now the team is going into site, like they're pushing it A side. We've seen that working out for them very well earlier. But we have Slapspear taking out Reeve and Benji taking out Spirit Killer. So now it's a 4 versus 4. Slapspear a little impressive taking out Benji as well. Kusuf taking out
One enemy
Slapspear. It's
remaining.
false. Kills are coming out like left, right, and center. Meanwhile, Crumbs is on that lurk play. He takes out 99 Scrim from the back, and Kusuf can take the defuse in.
That was an eco round coming in from GunSlingerS, and they just send it. They send it into sight, and they're able to get out 2 frags. Slapspear there with the Sheriff chiming in, getting 2 frags. But ZeGG were well prepared for that.
They were well prepared, but they were on the save round. So, Stefan, what I was thinking is maybe if that was a buying round, maybe they would have had the Union Gaming on their back feet. But the Sheriff difference, it's just there, right? Like, it's like if you miss your first shot, you're kind of in a bit of a bind. So, maybe that was the difference. Maybe they should start doing it from this round on. They are going for the full buys this round. So maybe they should just try to rush into side. But one thing to note, Stefan, is that Reeve is on that operator. Let's see what he can do with that.
The operator does come in, and it is also ZeGG. They have taken the lead in this map for the first time. 5-4 the scoreline, and with that, Reeve has brought in the operator. Now we are seeing a more default approach from GunSlingerS. They're slowing it down a little bit. 2 players going towards B, 3 players coming towards A, and it's Slapspear leading the charge. Slapspear just avoided Reeve's operator, and he does get Roach as well. Roach had no idea that Slapspear was already here. Now it's just Reeve and an operator. His movement is gonna be bad as Slapspear swings on him, picks him up as well. Now 2 players have fallen, and Benji down here in mid. Scrim did not expect that, and now it's down to a 2v3.
Rest.
Well, we have Benji. He does have his ult, and he does use it on Roach. Roach is back online. Let's see what he can do from here. It's a 2 versus 3 right now. The 2 defenders. Ikapumba is doing. Oh, he's about to peek Benji, and Benji with 3 kills that round. Last man standing is pretty killer. He at 2 players and gets taken out almost immediately. And Kusuf is there for the defuse.
That was very good play by Benji. Benji managed to pick up Scream down in mid, and he comes back, picks up the next kill here on A side, and then brings in the rest as well and keeps on going. A freight train of a player he was that round.
Absolutely amazing gameplay by Benji. We see every round we've so far. We've seen 10 rounds so far, and like every single round had one of those star players, isn't it? So it's a matter of individual brilliance right now. Going into these games, seeing the attack is going forced into another saving round. So this is not looking good for Team GunSlingerS right now.
Once again, it is a half by coming in, but 99 Scream pulls out his Blade Storm. And it's just Crops up here on side. He gets 1, he gets 2. Crops is coming clutch, and 99 Scream has to jump on him with a classic to finally take him out. Gets an upgrade, Rest comes in, and it's equal footing once again. Problem though is that GunSlingerS are still on a lighter buy. They do get, some players do get an upgrade with Crumbs' weapon, and they are going to rotate back towards A and look at the position that Reeve has. Now he has wrapped around so close. He has the operator, so he is going to be so overwhelmed when he peeks here. He's going to have 4 players to fight against. He picks up 99 Scream, goes for the second peek. But this time doesn't see anyone as the players are pushing towards mid, but it has been walled off. It's just Roach on the other side of the wall. Roach has no idea the ball goes down. Ekapumba picks him up. Now what do Gunslingers do from here? Spike is still in the hands of Vision and it is still towards B. This change in position from Gunslingers has made sure that all the players rotate out and Slapspear comes out from under tubes, takes out Benji. B side's now theirs. Vision should be able to plant. Ekapumba also has a brilliant position here in Kitchen, but he's not able to capitalize on it as Defiance bests him out. 2v2, complete doable. Reeve drops his operator for that Vandal. They want this round if they want Slapspear comes in, takes off Reeve, and now it's just Defiance. Defiance in a 1v2. He knows where Slapspear is, spots him out, gets Slapspear out. Now it's just Defiance and Vision. A 1v1, spikes down. Defiance! He's able to get the final kill and Vision falls. Another clutch round comes in from ZeGG as they move up to 7 rounds in this first half.
Alright, so that was the 7th round, which was, I did not see that coming, Stefan.
Last
Kusum was on
round before
4
the
health
switch.
and he clutches that round in. It was basically impossible situation. We saw Slapspear on a very good position there. He was like on fire when it comes to his form as well. So you would have given him the benefit of the doubt, but it doesn't seem to work out for them, Kusum, with that clutch round. So I was talking about these star players coming in for every round, right? And that was Kusum's turn because he got 3 kills and basically impossible situation, gets the headshot on Vision and takes him out for the final defuse as well. Brilliant play by Union Gaming so far.
And here we go, 99 Scream has now brought it operator, so it's going to be an operator versus operator. It's Scream and Crumbs, the 2 duelists who have the operators, but Crumbs is positioned on B side. They are not going to be moving towards B as Roach takes off 99 Scream's head. Operator already down, no res available this round. ZeGG already looking like the favorites to close this half out.
Oh, just to make
Spike
things worse,
down
now we
A.
have Reeve taking out Vision, Spikes down at A, Slapspear taking out Roach though, and Benji is there to take Ekapumba. So now the last 2 men standing. Let's see what they can do from here. Slapspear, he's on his ult, he can
One
use it because
enemy
this is the
remaining.
last round, but he does not get to use it. Kusuf taking him out, and last man standing. Let's see what Spirit Killer can do from here. He's in a pretty bad position. Yes, 4 players are about to kick him, takes out Reeve, who's not having a good operator game, and Benji is there for final kill of the round.
He takes out the first kill, that looks the wrong way. Crumbs also
Switching
still had his
sides.
ult to play with. He didn't see, he brings in the operator that round, but doesn't see a single body. Must have been a little frustrating for him to just hold down angles because he is usually the player who goes looking for those engagements. He wants those fights, and he's usually the player who picks up those fights.
Yeah, well, we've seen this before. We've seen Crumbs taking that operator. Usually, he's very much of a movement player, isn't he, Stefan? In the sense that like he tries to rush into a certain site or a certain angle, and try to get a couple of picks and move back. So the selection of an operator very much hinders his movements. But it doesn't seem to be effective because the team comes in clutch anyway. But right now we have a 8-4 advantage to Union Gamers. Let's see what they can do from the attacking rounds.
Icebox being pretty much more of an attack-sided map where you can get more rounds on attack. It's looking like Gunslingers have a lot to do this half. And following in the footsteps of Gunslingers, ZeGG are already here rushing into B side. Spike's gonna go down immediately, and all they have to do is set up a post plant, pick up those frags as they come in. They're already rushing towards yellow. Vision's there, Vision's good for 2, Vision's good for 3, Vision is making this run. But Benji chimes back with 2 kills of his own. It's a 2v3 right now. All players fighting each other, and Gunslingers managed to get that all-important first pistol round. That was a nail-biter. As the
That was a nail
Sages-
biter, but the man of the match again, Stefan. That round into Vision, isn't it? Because it was just all about him there, taking out 3 players in yellow and basically giving a huge advantage to the defending team there. Brilliant play by the Gunslingers there. We saw the first round in the first half go in favor of them as well, and the second round. But then from there, it was all about Union Gaming. Let's just see that. Let's just hope that they can actually make it as a comeback.
Yeah, it looks like in Icebox the battle sages are coming on. They are performing so well, and only with pistols most of the time. Benjay and Vision giving us something to watch. This time
Well,
a
I
more
say the
slow.
weapon doesn't matter if as long as you're getting those headshots, isn't it? So like the more of a default by the Union gamers right now. They're generally a little slower in their push. We see most of the players having sheriffs in their hand.
Yeah, losing out on that first round, giving Gunslingers that first round, you know that they're going to be coming into this half by, so they don't want to engage in close range fights. They have all purchased sheriffs, which means they are going to be looking for longer range fights. So they will be playing this a little slow. As I said, that Crumbs already picks up Vision, and Roach swings onto 99 Scream. 99 Scream takes him out with that Spectre. Look at the position that Reeve has already taken, as Crumbs is making so much down in mid. He's already picked up 2, and he's brought upgrades for his teammates. I don't think they'll be picking up the Spectres. Reeve already in B side with the Sheriff. He's about to run into the Omen. He's about to run into 99 Scream as well. He can hear the rotation. Does the Omen spot him out? No, he doesn't. Oh, Reeve, this
30
position.
seconds left.
The painter lands right on Reeve. Reeve's able to pick up Pumbaa. 99 Scream comes on top, takes up using Crops. He takes up Reeve as well. 99 Scream's finally coming online. He's gonna updraft. He sees Defiance. Defiance is holding that angle. It's not letting Scream take up the spike. And Defiance gets the kill on 99 Scream. And it's all up to Spiritka. Spiritka with the Spectre. It's him versus Benjay. 1v1, Spike's gone down. And this is the anti-eco for Gunslingers as well. What does Benjay do from here? He knows the Spike has been this thing, and he peeks. Does he tag Spirit Killer there?
No, it doesn't. But you see that Benjay has a sheriff in his hand. This is not a gun advantage to Spirit Killer because Benjay on this sheriff is lethal. Meanwhile, we have Spirit Killer on an odd lurk. He's trying to get that kill, I think, but he does not seem to spot out Benjay. He's playing right to his hands. Spirit Killer takes him out though. But I don't think there's enough time to get the defuse in. But nice shot from Spirit Killer.
What?
All round brilliant tactics from Benjay though.
Beautiful play on this anti-eco by ZeGG. It was Crumbs who chimed in with the first 2 kills. Roach falls, and then Reeve, an unimaginable amount of map control down on B side. Rotation comes in, Spike goes down, and Defiance able to, you know, stop the player who was trying to get that Spike plant. But then, last person alive is Benjay. Only so much you can do against that. He wastes just enough time that they can't get the defuse off, and now ZeGG move into 9 points.
We saw 99 Scrim getting 3 kills of his own that round, but it didn't seem to make a difference. The defenders were, the attackers were just overall better position there. A slower push by the attackers around 99 Scrim taking out Roach. The defenders are on a save round. Crumbs is already inside. Both the 2 players have been tagged up pretty hard. Crumbs taking out Pumbaa, Benjay taking out Slap Spear. A site has been breached. Oh, meanwhile, we have Crumbs is on a good aim day. He's having a good aim day taking out Vision as well, but Spirit Kill is there for the trade, and Reeves taking out Spirit Kill. Last man standing, 99 Scrim gets taken out by Reeves. Union gamers, they're just playing on a different wavelength, aren't they? Like, they're just having that teamwork coming in brilliantly.
Yeah, it was more of the gun advantage there as well, but Roach wasn't able to capitalize on that gun advantage. He peeks a little too much, tries to take out Spirit Killer. Spirit Killer jumps away, and the 99 Scream peeks, takes him out. But immediately after that, Crumbs comes in the side, picks off 2 sides there. Spike goes down, and there's nothing much Gunslingers could do from there. This time though, once again, equal buys coming in. 99 Scream not going to be purchasing anything. He's going to pull out the Blade Storm early in the round. And there's a lot of heavy presence from ZeGG down in mid. They are not going into commit to any site right now. But Crumbs, look at Crumbs, he's already up here. He sees 99 Scream trying to updraft and get that headshot, that all important headshot. If he does land it and Crumbs falls, Showstopper's also out of the game. Yeah,
we do have 2 ults coming in. We have the ult from Crumbs and we have the ult from Benjay as well, so he can res someone if he chooses to. This is a very slow round, so a whole lot of nothing happening right now, but Reeve taking out Slap Spear at was it mid? Yes, it was mid, and now Scrim as well taking out Crumbs, so the man advantage has been taken out. But the thing to note is that Benjay still has his ult. Should he choose to use it, he can bring Crumbs back into play along with this showstopper.
Your duty
Smoke
is
comes
not
in from
over.
defense, cover Crumbs' body, and Crumbs is back in the game. Once again, advantage towards ZeGG. 99 Scream is probably going to stay a little bit laid back. Can hit those heads with that
Here.
Blade Storm. And look at Benji's position. He's already pushed up in mid. He's looking for 99 Scream. Spots 99 Scream. He's hoping that the support
30
is there from his
seconds
players.
left.
Support is there. Now they're going to isolate Spirit Kill. Spirit Kill all alone inside has nothing to do. Roach comes in and now it's a 2v5. How quick that changes in favor of ZeGG. Matters mostly on that res. Vision comes in on top of
One enemy remaining.
mid stairs, picks off Vision, but the frags fall in favor of ZeGG, and ZeGG now move into 11 rounds.
For you.
Again, individual brilliance. It was all about Roche that round. He was smart in his play. He was initially playing a very slow game, and then he he started peeking with alongside Benji onto that 99 scrim kill, and from there I think he gained a bit of confidence because he has been having a little slow game so far. But right there, like no nerves in his mind, and then 3 kills on the round for him, and yeah, that was the difference, wasn't it, Stefan? Benji on his ult.
Benji on his ult indeed. The problem here though is maybe what GunSlingerS need to do is commit more players to a single side and play another side for retake, because they are so isolated that every time they face a ZeGG player, they're not facing just one, they're facing at least 2 or 3. You have one player peeking and then another player, it's a double peek most of the time, and each player keeps falling one by one after that. This time though, 99 Scream is going to be bringing back the operator once again into the game. And the push has come into B. It's a heavy push into B. Spike's already gone down. Crumbs comes in with the showstopper, doesn't hit anyone.
Spike
And is able to
planted.
retreat
Here.
through that smoke. 99 Scream pinging that location, trying to hope that Vision could see Crumbs, but no. Now it's time for the retake. Keep your eyes on Vision. What can he do from here? He is right now fragging out. He gets... The timing is awful as Roach swings in just after he looks away. And now Roach is slicing for bomb. Roach is coming. 99 Scream finally gets Benji. Roach and Crumbs have come inside. The defuse is going down.
Enemy remaining.
As Roach is already down on 3, then the defuse is going down. Can Kumumba get it? He gets it! Roach gets the 4th kill, but a brilliant clutch from GunSlingerS. A much needed clutch, a nail biter of a round. As GunSlingerS able to get that ninja defuse and completely confuse ZeGG.
That was all that work put in by Roach. 4 kills on the round from him doesn't seem to matter because it's a matter of how well you play it as well, isn't it? Like, it's not about getting the kills. If you get the spike defuse, that's the end of the round, and that was exactly what Reeve had in his mind. Gets smoked out by his teammate Kusov with the smoke, and he gets the defuse in, and that was absolutely brilliant. And he also managed to waste the Sova ult as well, so that's a round bonus.
Yeah. I don't think any of the players on ZeGG were, you know, kind of paying attention to the spike. Probably thought it was a little tap on the spike, and Roach just kept pushing on. Crumbs kept pushing on as well, look for those frags, but they were missing the important frag. Once again, it is a B push. They're going to execute. Roomba gets blocked off by the stage wall. Crumbs comes in all the way towards Snowman, and this map control is going to be horrifying for GunSlingerS when they finally decide to come in for the retake. Crumbs' position is so unorthodox, but he's already missed his shots and he gets tagged up a little bit. Now he has to fall back. Is he going to be able to get back in time? Back to his team, and it goes right into the hands of Ekapumba. A martyrdom there. Nade takes out Vision. Vision not going to realize exactly what happened there. And now it's a 3v3. Still gets spotted out by 99 Scream, but the aim's better there. The flick onto 99 Scream is good. The flick onto Spirit Kill is good as well. It's just Ekapumba rushing towards Defiance, and he takes him out, but Benji is there in support, swings on Ekapumba, and match point for ZeGG.
A lot of things happening right there, but Union game is just looking way more cohesive in there. If I had to push into site and actually take the spike down, and I don't know, it's been all about Union gaming after that initial first 4 rounds by the team GunSlingerS. It was looking very promising for them. 4-0 the scoreline, but in the sudden comeback, and 12-6 the final scoreline. Now they are on match point. The GunSlingerS need to do something different very fast to get some rounds into the team.
They need this round, and they're doing exactly what I was hoping they would. They are leaving B side entirely for the retake. But the problem here is though, ZeGG have left Reeve down here on A side. If Reeve manages to pick a few players up, no, he doesn't. He falls back. But look at the position from Vision and Ekapumba. They've wrapped around. They get dropped, and Vision's not there. He gets traded out by Defiance. But problem is, here we go, Reeves gonna get caught out by this thing from Spirit Killer. Defiance takes out Pumba as well. It's a 3v3, Spike has gone down. Gunslingers have so much to do this round. It is still possible as Defiance is low on health. Pegs up. Spirit Killer. Spike's sticking away. Now they have too many angles to worry about. Slapstick comes to the side, takes off Roche, and now it's just Benji and Defiance. It's just Benji. Spirit Killer has come in. Will Gunslingers get this round? They do as Spirit Killer comes in for the rep. Finally, exactly the round Gunslingers needed. Exactly sort of an unorthodox play that you needed from Gunslingers to close out a round like that. ZeGG were not expecting two players to come in from the rotation. Neither was Reeve, as Reeve gets caught out looking the wrong way.
Did you notice that they were actually on a saving round there, Stefan? So it's an absolutely brilliant round to win. It was the must-win position as well, but they're still on match point. I don't think they will mind a little too much about the fact that they've won a round. So like they just need to focus themselves, and then just one more round they actually get the win. But for Gunslingers though, that they should take this as a very encouraging thing. They should go into the next round all guns blazing, just because this is all or nothing right now.
Yeah,
12-7 the scoreline.
With that clutch of a round, it feels like Gunslingers might be moving momentum towards their side. Because it looks like ZeGG now opting away from B. They are going to go towards A, leaving just Reeve out here on B side. So what Reeve can do from here, he's making a lot of sound. He's putting out his recon dart as well. He's trying to drag in as much place as he can, but Gunslingers are not falling for it. They are going to be sticking into side. It's just Vision here on B side, and Kroms has already come into side. He's taking on Slapstick. Pumba is there for the trade on to Reeve. Now they know this is a complete A push. Reeve is Kroms is a little caught out here in the middle of side, but he has support from his team. It's a 4v4, and the players are falling in. 9-9 Stream spots out Kroms up on Raptors. Kroms able to touch it back away. Defiance picks up one, Defiance picks up two, and oh no, the round is going in favor of ZeGG already. Ekapumba's paranoia is not going to hit anyone as he comes in for the swing. And he gets taken out by Benji. It's all up to Kroms, and Defiance 3 on the round as ZeGG take the first map.
The thing to know, it was the first map and it was chosen by Team Gunslingers as well. So like they lose the round, they lose the map rather that they've selected, and unfortunate there because it was a very promising head start that they had. 4-0 scoreline. We thought that finally someone's gonna come in, give ZeGG a run for their money, but doesn't seem to be the case, Stefan. It was initial 4 rounds for them. What do you think actually went wrong for them to actually lose 7-12 finally?
Yeah, they looked very strong in the first half of that attack, especially Vision. Vision was fragging out. But then after that 4th round in the first half, it was attack, momentum should have been going their way. But I feel like Gunslingers kind of read them after a while. They kind of read exactly what was happening. They knew how to counter it, and because that Gunslingers were able to, coming together, their chemistry was on point. And they started picking up the frags. Even then, Gunslingers were committing the right amount of bodies into each side they were going. But I felt like they were losing their gun battles early on.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. It doesn't really seem to matter of the entire team tactics and this and that if you don't get your shots on target. So that is exactly what we saw from Team Gunslingers. They were just basically losing all their one-on-ones. It was mainly to the fact that most of them were playing on an eco round. That tends to happen most of the time when the team gets pushed in and gets taken out like very easily. They get pushed into eco rounds, but they almost always had the gun advantage as well. So Team Union Gaming, they basically lost the first 4 rounds, and ever since they started getting those guns and everything, they just didn't let up.
Yeah, like the important thing to note though was that when Gunslingers won attack, their most important impact player there was always Slapspear, because Slapspear was always lurking in positions that ZeGG shouldn't have expected him to come from. But Slapspear kept doing those lurks. It was almost the same lurk he kept repeating over and over again that ZeGG were always checking. If there was 100 times that ZeGG needed to check, they were going to check those angles all 100 times. And more often than not, they were always catching Slapspear out of position. But on the other hand, when ZeGG were on attack, it was Reeve. 4 players from ZeGG were going into whatever side they were going into. Maybe it was mid control, maybe it was for A side. And it was always Reeve, the Sova, who was in the opposite side. And Reeve's timing on his plays, on what he was doing, whichever side of the map he was on, was absolutely perfect. He waited for the noise from his teammates to come in on the other side before he started peeking angles and tried to, you know, collect some heads. And all, but the advantage he had was every time he peeked, the players who were stationed, the defensive players who were stationed on that side were rotating out, and they always kept getting caught out to Reeve. And once that started happening a couple of rounds, ZeGG, you know, capitalized on that. Uh, they capitalized on that, but they did lose out that very impressive ninja diffuse from Mekapumba.
Yeah, that was a little unfortunate. The entire team was just focused on the actual players who were attacking. They were focused on the actual gunplay there. Whereas, like, he just came in. He just focused on what he was supposed to do. Got the reviews in. That was a little unfortunate. And we thought that they might have a comeback from them because they did win a couple of rounds afterwards. But doesn't seem to be the case. Union Game is just looking more solid as a team, aren't they, Stefan?
Yeah, they were. And now with Union Gaming winning that first map of Haven, we will let's switch back to us and talk a little about the next map and what's going to happen there, what we can expect to look forward to see from Union Gaming and Gunslingers. So we do know that Gunslinger, the next map is going to be Ascent, and we do know that ZeGG are almost always going to be opting for that early mid control if they are on the attack. If they're on the defense, they're probably going to play a little bit more, you know, on the back foot, hoping for the players from Gunslingers to make a mistake. And I know for a fact that Slapspear will be lurking in mid, but the thing to note is, will ZeGG be expecting that? Will they know that that's what Slapspear is going to do, or will Slapspear be, you know, changing it up a bit, doing something different this time?
We did see a very recent match, the same team players going up against each other, and Slapspear was basically doing the same thing as well. Uh, and let's just hope that people have done their homework on each other, because these two teams are very much familiar with each other at this point, because these two are basically two of the best teams in Sri Lanka, so they tend to go on and on against each other in finals, so they are very familiar with each other. Let's see if they can actually use that as an advantage.
Yeah, and it's also important to note that once the sentinels and the controllers on your team start popping off and
No.
start fragging out more over your duelists, things could go either way. And with that being said, it looks like we are going to be moving into Ascent, so let's get right into that, right straight into agent selection.
And then Shrim going on to his trusty jet, wasn't really effective in the first map as we've seen him to be. Didn't really pick up an operator, did he? The one time he did, he got picked off by Roach, and that was unfortunate for him. And so now we see Benjay on the breach. We've seen him do that before, and as I was saying, stuff on that recent match, he had 16 assists. That was 16 times that he actually flashed someone for his teammate. For a teammate, and actually got the assist for that. That was just absolutely brilliant by Benji. And will we see more of that from them? Because we don't have a sentinel from either team so far.
Yeah, it looks like the new meta now is leaving out sentinels on the map of Ascent, as it looks like both teams are going to be doing exactly that. Maybe someone will bring in a Sage in, but that's about it. No Killjoy, no Cypher. And many of these players, okay, no, we are gonna Spirit Killer is gonna be bringing in Killjoy, which means that Reeve is either gonna be taking in Sova or Sage, one of the two. Oh, even Jet. Okay, here we go. ZeGG gonna be a little bit more aggressive in this map. 3 duelists coming in for ZeGG, and they're gonna be playing around. Sorry, the controllers, Defiance and Benjay, are gonna be playing around these 3 duelists, flashing and smoking. This is gonna be a very hectic round for Gunslingers to fight against.
Well, they know that Team ZeGG is going to be on the attack, so they probably thought, let's just get the first 12 rounds on the team table, and we don't really have to defend. If there's no defensive rounds to play, there's no defensive rounds to lose. So I think that's the mentality that ZeGG is going with right now.
Yeah, and also an important stat from the last map was that we saw a number of operators coming into play, but we saw very little conversion from those operators, except for maybe Reeve, who got that one kill when the players were in spawn. So far, the theme of the day seems to be that operators are not going to be working for the teams. But now, that being said, the player that was playing operator in that last map for ZeGG was Reeve, and Reeve was on Sova at that point. But now he's on Jet, so I have a feeling that he has been practicing that operator. he's probably going to be itching to bring that in once again.
Exactly, and you know how deadly Jet can be with a good operator, so maybe we'll see more of that. But they are attacking, so maybe that could be the difference as well.
Here
The
we
selection
go.
even of an operator in the attacking round, not so often seen, but we have a Reeve leading the charge already inside. His site is basically there.
They run into sight, no one to challenge them. It was a complete ace stack, and now it's all up to the retake for GunSlingerS. GunSlingerS played that little smart. Vision comes in with his all-round. He spots in the two players. The duelists are already on side, and the kills are coming once again. Vision starts to pop up. Picks up Crumbs. There's two players under heaven. Another player falls. Roach falls as well. Now it's all up to Benji out in aim in.
Last
And
player
it's just
standing.
Defiance versus Vision. 1v1 Defiance on so low health. And this flick is good from Vision as Vision collects 4 kills to get that all-important pistol round. GunSlingerS are coming into this map strong, exactly what they need to do. Perfect play, a perfect retake from GunSlingerS.
And it was all about Vision, wasn't it? It was 4 kills on the round for him, and absolutely brilliant. He was stranded at heaven, but he didn't take it to heart. He was actually just playing his own game. He was very cool-headed and absolutely brilliant by him. He gets 4 kills that round. The last flick Stefan, absolutely brilliant. Headshot on Omen to take him out, and first round of the vote going in favor of Team GunSlingerS.
Yeah, that goes to show no matter how many duelists you have on the attack round, if you don't have those sentinels to have that extra sort of information to it in that round, it kind of can cost you, because there's only so much your duelists can do. There's only so many angles they can check before getting picked off. Now it is a default because ZeGG are on the save, and Vision looking in form this entire map, and they get stacked up by the boom bot. He's so low already. Crumbs probably has no idea that he's so low. Vision not gonna be happy with that. He's gonna have to play very defensive now, as Defiance has already picked up Slap Spear and Scrim takes off Reeve. It's still 4v4. Scrim takes off too. Scrim is going on a rampage. Him and Spirit Killer.
Here.
He's already come up to mid. The last two players alive is Crumbs and Defiance. Defiance so low, Crumbs still in B main. And they will be playing to protect the President. They will be protecting Vision as he's so low on health. Vision all-droning through mid, getting that information. Last two players alive are towards B main. They have been boxed in now. The rap is good. Map control is very good. There's only, I don't think there's much that ZeGG can do from here. Oh, as I say that though, Crumbs comes into sight and he flicks onto Vision. Vision's down. B side should be there, but
well, Vision was on very low HP, but now we have Kusav
30
pushing into
seconds
side.
left.
He is also on very low HP. It's a 3 vs 3 right now. He does have his ult to go with, so should he choose to just ultimately run into A and start to plant? He does have that option, but no seems to have a idea on how to plant at B, and let's just see if they can actually hold the side from here.
this is a
2 vs 3 again, and Kusav is on very low HP. Oh, taking out a brilliant headshot of Spirit Killer, but the last man standing, Scrim, taking out Kusav. Absolutely brilliant, and he does get into Blade Storm as well, so next round he does have that option. And the attackers on the saving ground doesn't seem to be able to take that round for themselves.
Yeah, the pistol clutch kings from ZeGG fall off early, so there's not much they can do. But important to note that that was very good strategized play coming from GunSlingerS. They didn't overexert themselves, they stayed back, waited for the players to come in before they executed that retake. That is something you want to see from a team that's looking to win this map, a team that's looking to come back. No mistakes made at all there by GunSlingerS as they pick up the second round, but now things could turn on its head, or it could not, as the heavy buy comes in from ZeGG. How GunSlingerS play out this round could very well dictate this first half.
Careful.
Yes, and we have a default coming in from the Union Gamers. Crumbs going in for that ult, but I think it'll cost them a little. But he was getting tagged up through the wall. He's very low and gets taken out by Kapumba. It was not the smartest move I think he could have made. A lot of noise being made, and Reeve was holding a. Sorry. Rather, Vision was holding a good angle with that LMG, and meanwhile we have Reeve pushing into side and taking out Spirit Killer, so the man advantage has been nullified. Last 4 men, the players are already on site.
Angle up on heaven, and through the smoke comes in Vision and Slap Spear, Scrim as well. 3 kills. This retake looks so strong, and I was telling you, Husky, This round was so important for Gunslingers and they played it to perfection. Only Spirit Killer falls on A side. And the rest of the team come rushing in with their Odins and Spectres. Close range fights, the advantage to Gunslingers as they take another round. 3 rounds, 3-0. The lead is there, but I do not want to see them, you know, lose focus. This is exactly how the first map went as well. They went up to 4 rounds immediately, and then it was like the players started shutting off. They weren't really doing much. And ZeGG
That is exactly the kind of flashback I was having, Stefan. That was exactly what I was about to say. They did go in 4-0 in the first map. Let's just hope that the players can't even remember that. It's because like coming into this game, like we don't want any bad mentality going in, but now we do see the attackers on a saving round. So this round they'll be trying to go all guns blazing and try to get some picks off. Meanwhile, we have Vision ulting Kusuf, and Kusuf is already down. That's with the spike in his hand. Slaps me on that lurk, taking out Ranger from the back, Reeve taking out Ikapumba, but now it's a 3 versus 4. Man advantage to the defenders who also have the spike in their hands. Him on that operator, we finally see him taking a kill, takes out Roach. Last 2 standing. What can Crumbs and Reeve do from here?
Now it's a 1v4. Reeve with the Bladestorm. Reeve spots the 9-9 scream. 9-9 misses the shot, and he gets taken out by the Bladestorm. Will he go for the upgrade? No, he walks into 2 players watching him, and it's Vision and his Odin. Odin versus Bladestorm. Not something that I'm used to.
That's the thing, Stefan. You missed the first blade. You're gonna get a barrage of bullets coming at your way with that LMG, and not the biggest fan of the Odin for obvious reasons. And that didn't seem to work out in favor of Reeve as well. So Reeve will probably agree with me there. But now we do see a full buy coming in from the attackers again. Union Gamers are going on the full gun buy. 4-0 the score line. Again, let's just hope that the Gunslingers don't have any flashbacks from the previous game. Immediately Scrim on that peak taking out Roach. So the man advantage immediately to the defenders, but Salsky being a little aggressive, gets taken out by Kusuf. Man advantage has been nullified.
Nice frame for the angle. He gets flashed out. A beautiful flash coming from Benja. That's the support we like to see. He also manages to pick off Vision as well, and now advantage to ZeGG as it's a 3v2. Spirit Killer all alone on side. Info play comes in now. They know exactly where Spirit Killer is, and Crumbs comes rushing in with his ult. Spirit Killer gets flashed as well, and B side is theirs. That is beautiful team chemistry coming in from ZeGG, and once again, it's a similar tale of what happened in map 1. 4 rounds go in favor of Gunslingers, and then ZeGG start coming back. But will Gunslingers be able to alter any strike before it starts?
Ooh.
Too much to do.
Can we just have a minute's silence for Spirit Killer there? The poor man got absolutely bamboozled. All 3 players that were remaining used all of their moves to basically nullify the fact that he was at boathouse. So initially we saw the Omen ult coming in, getting the info, and then we saw the flash coming in. He gets blinded, and then the ult taking him out. That was absolutely frustrating for Slapspray. But now we do see the first round going in favor of Union Gaming. Let's just hope that the Gunslingers can bounce back from this. They still have very good eco. They can go in for a full buy, but Union Gamers probably coming in with a bit of momentum here.
Nice stream is able to bring that operator once again, and if Gunslingers want to take this to map 3, they have to make sure that that was not the turning point. As I say, that Crumbs has already picked up Vision, and Crumbs takes up 2 as well before Slaps is able to trade him out, and once again, I'm not liking the way this is going. Hufki, ZeGG get into A side, they get the spike down as well. Scream has his operator to play with, but retakes are very difficult with just the operator. He does have Slap Spear in support. He pulls out the Bladestorm.
Last
But the
player
players,
standing.
Roach manages to take out Slap Spear. He's able to heal himself back up as well to full health. And will 99 Stream save, or will he start to push forward with his Bladestorm?
Well, if I was him, I would be trying to save that operator, because he can still go into the next couple of rounds, and with that operator, it can be a game changer on the defensive rounds, in a sense. But that being said, we've seen a lot of players trying to save that operator and gets taken out, right?
Look at ZeGG hunting for blood. Like,
no.
Wolves chasing their prey, they start looking for 99 Scream, and 99 Scream is looking the wrong way when Reeve comes and picks him up. Reeve also now a free upgrade to the operator for him. A little scary for Gunslingers.
Yeah, they'll be having flashbacks right now from the first map we saw. It's almost like an immediate, like an exact tale of what happened in the first map. 4-0 advantage to Gunslingers being diminished by by Union Gamers. So far, they have 2 in a row. Let's just hope that the Union Gamers can like take a breath and like bounce back from this. But they are on a saving ground, so not looking good indeed, Stefan.
Not looking good at all. Gunsingers are on a safe round as well, so they have to play this safe. They, unfortunate for them, they are going to be playing a little bit more spread out, a little bit more on the back foot as well, though. Hoping to pick up some players that overexert themselves. Reeve with the operator, not much of a push that he's going to be doing. It is going to be probably Crumbs and Roach who will be doing that early pushing. Vision has been spotted out. Spirit Killer now comes in closer to B-Min. Crumbs takes out that turret. Throws a nade in the position that Vision was in, and the support is good from Reeve. Swing from Crumbs is good, but it's not as good as Spirit Killer's aim, as Spirit Killer takes him out, but gets traded out by Reeve. Reeve does that with the frenzy of all guns.
Wait, they did have operator in his hand.
Roach
Scrims on that, taking out Roach as well, exactly. And now 2 against 3. We do have the breach ult if she chooses to use it. Benja has been a little quiet. He is getting the plant down.
Does Kapumba put his smoke out before they cross? He does not, and because of that, they paid the price as Reeve was holding that angle with the operator. 99 Scream. He had the gun upgrade as well, and he falls early. Now it's just up to Ekapumba. Ekapumba with a judge. He's gonna have to play for exits now.
No, I'm pretty sure he's gonna look for that Vandal upgrade. It was right in front of him. He chooses to walk away from it though. Would have been very much of an advantage to have a Vandal over a judge in these long-range battles that he will surely face right now. But now he's slowly making his way into side. Kuzov gets. Oh no! The Vandal could have killed him there, wouldn't it?
No,
But
no.
Ekapumba
What Ekapumba was trying to do here was going for another ninja defuse, and if his timing was just a little better, if he had gone out of the smoke just as Defiance had walked away, he might have actually been able to do that. But timing was just a little too early. Defiance TPs and sees him right away. And unfortunately for Ekapumba, he had a judge in his hand. Long range fight not going to favor him, and he had 3 players then to fight against before the left side.
And as we were saying, Stefan, again, not looking very good for Gunslingers because they did have a 3-0, 4-0 advantage, and now 3 rounds on the score for Union Gamers. It's starting to look like more of the same from the Union Gamers coming back from a 4-0 defeat. Reeve is on a very aggressive push. He's already inside,
but the pass
gets taken out by Benja. Benja does not spot out Spirit Killer. Spirit Killer takes him out. Crumbs is there for the trade though. So 4 vs 4 right now.
Give me those back.
Reeve taking out Scrims as well.
And Reeve is going for it. Reeve gets the
remaining.
right click onto Vision as well. Vision was in his drone. He's not going to be happy that the support wasn't there. But the smoke fades away as Ekapumba was caught out by Crumbs, and now it's once again just after Slap Spear. Slap Spear, the Vandal Birkin managed to take out Reeve, but Crumbs satchel packs into his face, and ZeGG now equalized as it is 4-4 on the second map. Very scary looking map already for Gunslingers.
Very scary indeed, and now we are seeing them again pushed into another eco round, Stefan. They'll be having flashbacks from the first map again, and this is not looking good.
The flashbacks, it's not just the flashbacks that to worry about, it's also Benja's flashes. Benja's flashes have been hitting every player that it was coming at. Something is probably
So far, he has actually been having a very slow game though. He has only 1 kill so far, very uncharacteristic of him. But then again, the map is not over. It's just 8 rounds, 4 for both teams. Reeve on a very aggressive push. He's moving in with an operator in his hand. Oh, sorry, with a Phantom in his hand. He has dropped that operator down. Benja meanwhile taking out Spirit Killer, who was pushing out with a... Oh, that was a unorthodox. And we have 2 kills going out almost immediately. 2-man advantage to the attackers, and Vision taking out Reeve as well, taking down that 1-man advantage. Slapshot picks on Benji and takes him out. 3-3 right now. Crumbs on his ult taking out Kumba. Slapshot is also here, but he has very low HP.
Remaining.
Crumbs, I think, shoots his feet and actually takes him out. He was very low. Last man standing is Vision. Vision is not a match take lightly, but wow. A barrage of bullets coming his way, and Crumbs is there to clean things up. Again, 3 kills on the round for Crumbs. Brilliant.
99 Scream there was actually waiting for first contact. He was actually in a pretty good position, but gets caught off guard when Reeve comes in, smokes and runs right into the smoke. And 99 Scream decides to fall into that smoke as well, and then gets his head blown off by Reeve, who also did have a Phantom. But this time though, Phantom gonna be given away to one of his teammates, and Reeve is bringing in that Operator once again. Operator on the attacking half of Ascent is usually not something that works too well, but in the hands of a Jet, just do
Well,
a
he
good
has been
amount of
making it
damage.
work. He has been getting a couple of kills with that, so like I don't think he really minds. And he's the only thing to note there is that his attacking aspect is a little diminished, but we do have two other duelists in the team, so the taking off a
Yeah.
site is not going to be much of a problem there. The holding.
Can't afford to.
Meanwhile, there you go. Exactly what I was saying, Stefan. Taking that operator with good use. Kumbo, though, taking out Roach.
Vision takes up Chromes, and now it's a 3v4 favor. Make that a 2v4 as
Spike
Spritkill
down
champs
mid.
with the kill of his own. Benja is out. Nice up to the operator of Reeve and Defiance. Reeve already manages to find one. Ekapumba gets caught out. And Vision's down in mid. Does he get spotted by Reeve? No, he doesn't. Oh, Reeve misses. No, he actually gets it. And he lands a shot onto Vision as well. But it's the last player standing as Kusuf has fallen. The shot not landing. He drops the
spike.
operator. He takes up a Phantom. Gets the spike, and now how does he play this from here? He's going to be rotating away. Does 99 Scream actually hear the sound cue as the rotation is coming in? No, he actually misses it.
30
He's going to be
seconds
able to
left.
position him, get the spike down, position himself well, and play for the post plant in this very all-important 1v2. Spike's finally going down, and the players are closing in. It's Reeve.
The only thing I'm worried about right now, Stefan, is that Reeve is the last man standing as Spirit Killer. He is on his ult. He does have his ult if chooses to use his Trims has been tagged up heavily. Next time he peeks, he probably should peek with Spirit Killer alongside him.
Yeah, and it looks like Reeve actually might be able to close this out. He's back on side. Oh no, but here comes the ult. He has to go in for this kill. He has to go in for this kill, or he has to look for that ult. And GunSlingerS are playing this smart. They're waiting for him. It's 99 Scream is waiting for him. And he dashes right past 99 Scream, and he lands a shot, and he destroys the ult as well. Now, Spirit Killer, is he gonna get the defuse? Is he gonna go for the full? No, he's gonna half it, and he comes out. Gunshot in the hand, but Reeve and ace on the round as he closes it out. A beautiful round
that's
coming in.
definitely a moment that he should just screen capture, use it on his resume, and that was just absolutely brilliant by Reeve. He saw that operator coming in, and I told you, Stefan, it doesn't seem to matter because they did manage to push into sites and whatnot. They didn't manage to take him on. Now the Reeve with 3 kills with the operator, and then it switches into a Phantom, and he played that extremely smart, Stefan. Absolutely brilliant by Reeve. It was not just his aim, it was just brilliant gameplay all around.
It was so well thought out. That final dash into spawn. 99 Scream was not expecting that, and he was also low on health, so Reeve just comes in for the repeat, takes him out, and then takes out the other, and it's all up to Spirit Killer. Unfortunately for Spirit Killer, oh, it looks like he was actually going to miss his shot, and Reeve almost hit a 180 on him. Defiance and Benja now coming inside. Spirit Killer has fallen, so has Slap Spear. Scream though does take out Chromes down on the mid, was that?
But that was unfortunate because 3 players falling very, very fast. Vision gets taken. Oh, we have a Blade Storm coming in. Look at this. Maybe that could be the difference.
99 is following in this thing of Reeve. He wants this round. They need this round. It's 4-6. If they can get this up to 5, but the smoke goes off at the exact wrong time. GunSlingerS were not expecting Benji to be up there, but that's what professional players do. They hold unorthodox angles, something you wouldn't expect. And ZeGG now close out that round as well and move up to 7 points. Last round of the half coming in. Will
And with
GunSlingerS
that,
be
we have
able
a
to-
match. Yeah, we have a break coming in, Stefan. I think the GunSlingerS are just about to take a breath and to just talk team tactics because Ascent is a defense-sided map, and they are losing these defense rounds very much. Like after the first 4 rounds that went in their favor, that was almost amazing to see, like an exact replica of what happened in the first semifinal, the first map coming. That's like, I don't know, is it the mindset, Stefan? Like how bad is it? Like knowing that it's a final and the best of 3, like the losing out the first map, it's just seemed to affect the players a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a tale that just keeps occurring over and over again. And let's actually talk about impact players. Let's talk about how impactful Reeve has been switching out of that Sova and coming on Jet. it looked to us like, you know, sort of this sort of a playful tactic that ZeGG were going in for. But Reeve is right now top fragging with 16 kills. The amount of impact he's brought on that duelist role is unimaginable, something that even Gunslingers would probably not been expecting. They would have expected Reeve to perform so well on that jet role. And maybe that's what's been helping ZeGG to get these rounds back in. That
Well, I
ability
think the
to
only focus on, yeah, I think he was just only focusing the fact that he was about to like buy himself an operator and use it for himself, and that was probably his main focus. And isn't he doing it well? He's been getting a lot of kills,
Feeling safe.
and Joseph holding a very odd angle at mid. Now we are seeing a very much of a default push by the Union Gamers, but let's just hope that the Gunslingers can take this specific round, because then they can go into the attacking side thinking, okay guys, they don't have a sentinel, let's try to do something about that. But no, From's taking out Vision, the main man who is in the Gunslingers, who basically has the entire B side to his name. Will we see the rotation coming in? We have Slapspear still at B, still at mid.
the smoke comes
He's
in
about to
to
peek
help
market.
Crumbs get a little way away, but Slapspear comes in through the smoke and he takes out Crumbs. Now ZeGG cannot come back into this side, but as I say that, they were actually faking as they now made their way into A side after picking off the player who was stationed there. Spike's going down on A side. Roach is going to be playing in garden. The mollies come in. Benche is just about safe. He's going to be playing under heaven. And he does have a lot of flashes to work with, so he is probably going to be this first contact player who's going to be playing on side. All three players coming up into heaven. It's Scream, Speed Killer, and Slapspear. Benje has lined them up. The flash comes in, but the smoke blocks it out just at the right time. 99 Stream peeks out through the smoke. He gets one. Benje and Roach are chiming in kills of their own. And
no.
ZeGG, cohesive unit. They work as a cohesive unit to close out that final round of the
Switching
first half.
sides.
And move
Well,
in
ladies
with
and gentlemen, if you are joining us right now, it's 4-8, and if you actually missed out on the first map, we are looking basically at the exact replica of what happened in the first map. It was 4-0 advantage to the Gunslingers, and they are losing their advantage very, very fast. And now it's a 8-0 comeback from Union Gamers, finally taking on the final scoreline to 4-8.
Right there.
And the next 4 rounds, if this round, especially if this round goes in favor of Team Union Gamers, you would think that they are the grand finalists. I mean, the winners of the grand final.
Yeah, Union Gamers ZeGG are only 5 rounds away from being the winners of the Samsung Challenger Series as well. They've won so much, but here we go. Aggressive play coming through mid. It's Reeve. Reeve's already up here, but he gets caught out by Speed Killer. Now Roach all low, but Roach gets one. Slapspear gets another. And Benji! I think he lets out.
Benji. Oh, that was unfortunate for Benji, but team is there for the trade, and last man standing is Scrim. Last man standing is Crumbs, and let's see what he can do from here. Benji will not be very happy with his ISP, but those things happen, doesn't it, Stefan? Last man standing is Crumbs. He does.
Spike
What
planted.
can he do from here? Goes up against Scrim's double. Like, he was crouching and saving his life there, and Crumbs had no chance peeking him at that angle. But okay, we are seeing a little bit of a comeback now. It's 5-8 scoreline, just 3 round lead for the Union Gamers. A very aggressive push from the defenders. Maybe they were thinking, you know, they have the confidence in their hand, like, let's push them out of this game entirely. And the fact that they don't really have a sentinel to hold the side, so maybe that was their game plan. It didn't seem to work out for them though.
Yeah, the aggression was good, but they missed their shots.
Execution, not so much, yeah.
Not so they missed their shot. And Gunslingers have to capitalize on that. And here we go, with the heavy buy, they come into sight. Slapspear runs past Crumbs, but his teammates there for the trade as well. Crumbs and Reeve are now down. And B side is there. Gunslingers going to be able to get the spike down, and they will be moving closing this gap down. Slowly but surely, crawling their way back up. Slapspear is here, picking up Defiance at spawn. It's Benji and Roach. Roach has fallen now. It's just Benji. Benji with a pistol. Benji with a classic actually. He gets Slapspear out. He's gonna run away. Save for his life. He's gonna be playing for exit. Oh, the shot was good on the Scrim. A little too close for comfort. As he's finally able to take that frag, and Gunslingers move into 6 rounds. Slowly but surely closing that gap, but this is where they're going to be tested, as ZeGG now come in with a full buy. Vandals and Phantoms on the board. how they play this round is going to be very important. How both teams play this round is going to be very important to dictate.
Yeah,
the
well,
pace of
from a
this game.
neutral perspective, when you see a 6-8 scoreline, you would think that okay, this is a very close thing. Both teams must be like very good, but the thing is, we saw this exact thing happening in the first half as well. The initial 2 rounds always going in favor of the Gunslingers. Now they are pushing it very cohesively. Reeve taking out Slapsphere. First kill falls in favor of Union Gamers, but Scrims taking out Reeve as well. So the man advantage has been taken out. They already have the site and the plant is being put down. Now it's all about how they will try to hold this angle.
Yeah, the problem here
Bombs
though is
falling
they're
in
all
and taking
stuck.
out Scrim.
They're all stuck inside. Spintkiller is up there. His swing was good. He's able to take out Roach. It's a 2v2 right now with Chroms and Defiance against Vision and Ekapumba. The shock darts are good. It does land on Defiance. Defiance is a little low on health. He knows where Ekapumba is. He knows where Vision is as well. Chroms falls into side. Ekapumba takes Defiance out. Now it's Chroms in a 1v2 with 31 health remaining as Vision swings him. And they're coming back Husky. Gunslingers are slowly coming back.
Finally, they have broken the wheel, Stefan. They are finally. This is, I think, the first time we are seeing a different outcome from the first game, where they actually won the 3rd round after the winning the initial first 2 rounds after the side switch. So maybe the Gunslingers should take that and be like, okay, guys, we see a comeback happening. They don't seem to make a huge impact in the defensive rounds because they don't actually have a Sentinel either. So maybe that's what's going wrong for Union Gamers.
The Gunslingers switch. I mean, they stuck to what was working for them. That was the previous round, and they go rushing in through B main. And it, luckily for them, it did work out for them. But they were holding pretty bad post-round positions. Though now Slapstick pulling out the Empress. He's going in for this. He's going in hot, but he walks right into Chroms, who had a Bucky and a nade to protect him. Now he's going to bring out the ult as well.
Oh, no.
Gets another kill. Chroms! It's the Chrom show right now. He gets 4 and 4. This is all ZeGG needed. They just needed one player to pop off, and they brought the round back in their favor as it's just Spirit Killer who watched his teammates fall one by one to the hands of just Chroms. One raise and all her utility.
Oh no, but Spirit Killer is there with 2 kills of his own, taking out Reeve now as well. But it's a huge ask from him. He does have his ult, but he's on a very tough position right now. Has to pick all 3 players. Still has his health somehow, Stefan.
He keeps peeking and he keeps seeing a family photo there.
30 seconds
The
left.
family photo is surrounding the spike. They're not going to let him take it. But the problem here though is that a couple of the players from ZeGG are pretty low on health, so Spirit Killer doesn't necessarily have to land any headshots. He needs to just spam, pray and spray to get those frags. He does collect the spike, but he doesn't have time to go towards B side, so ZeGG have his number right now. He's going to have to come into side,
10 seconds left.
and they're all holding the angle. Smokes goes down as he was inside there, and Roach was there, happy to see him, flicks the shot, and ZeGG move into 9 points. 1 point shy of double digits.
Yes, but again, free gun upgrades as well for them. Unfortunate round all round, and Reeve now he's going for that operator. We saw just how effective he was in the attacking rounds with that operator. So on the defensive rounds, he's going to be a nightmare to play against. Now he's holding mid. Let's just see how much of an impact he can make.
Yeah, Crumbs basically just stayed there on this, and he was like, come to me.
Still inside.
And he brought out all his utility, managed to pick those players up. Benji comes into the smoke a little too hastily, and he gets revealed by the sword. That gets tagged up as well. Vision's tagged up by himself as well.
You should run.
And Spirit Killer gonna bring out that ult, but is this a fake or will they be moving into side? Are they gonna get the players to get out of sight? Yes, they are. And ZeGG have closed in. They are waiting for them to get that spike down, and they're going to be coming in with an armada for the retake. Benji catching out Vision as he tried to cross. Spike's going to go down in B side, and the retake is going to look very dangerous. Chroms is going to slow down the push from B mid. He comes in early, gets a 9 scream as well. Like a Pumbaa gets on the swing, gets him out. And the players are coming in. It's a bloodbath here on B side as the frags go left, right, and center. Now it's Defiance. It's a 2v2. Defiance versus
One enemy
Spirit
remaining.
Killer. He gets him out, fakes the defuse, like a Pumbaa swings on him, and now it's Reeve. Reeve has an operator to work with. He rashes in and he gets the right click on the classic onto Ekapumba's face. And double digits for ZeGG.
You cannot count Reeve out as can you? Because I mean, even if he did miss with this classic, he did still have his blade strong to maybe take a couple of kills from there. But it doesn't seem to be like a matter of the weapon in their hand. Reeve, when he's on fire, is just an amazing player to watch. Could learn a couple of things from him as well, Stefan. Absolutely brilliant. His mind, never mind his aim. Is the way he plays that map on that lone situation is just absolutely amazing.
Reeve picks up Jet and he plays like a 5-head.
Ah.
Almost 3,000 IQ plays coming in from him. As he's already clutched out a round with an ace, and then he's there to help ZeGG get that all-important double-digit round as well. Now, a little bit of a mixed buy coming in from GunSlingerS as they are moving slowly but surely into A side. Only players they are going to be facing is Defiance. Defiance up on Heaven, takes out the Emperor, takes out the Lear, and he's going to back away. Kapoopa comes into sight. GunSlingerS have sight now. 99 Scream gets up on top of Jenny. The problem here though is what can he do?
Wall has been put up and now the spike has been planted, but 5 men still alive and Crumbs in the lurk. He's getting out a slap play and he's holding a very decent position. Now the players have been boxed into the side, so that's the difference. And Screams is there. Oh,
remaining.
absolutely bloodbath there. Very unfortunate for the GunSlingerS there. Absolute bloodbath at A side. Crumbs with the rotation. He takes out one man and he basically boxes in the entire team into B side. Sorry, the A side itself. And absolute massacre. They had to look all over the place for each entrance. And we saw Reeve with the operator kill himself. And oh wow, that was unfortunate for GunSlingerS.
If anyone watching did blink and miss exactly what happened in the retake, I'm with you because I missed what happened there as well. I had no idea what happened. I just saw the frags falling. It was a bloodbath for sure, but it was so quick.
It was just that the fact that they boxed them in, Stefan. Like it was from Heaven, from the tree, and from the A main. Like Crumbs was the man who was pushing out there, and he got a kill of his own. Players didn't know where to look, Stefan.
Yeah, this duelist
Absolutely
reps,
brilliant.
the duelist lurks and reps from both teams have been pretty good. Crumbs playing it well, Roach playing it well as well, but he falls a sprayed killer quite early. ZeGG do have their rounds to work it though. Benjay and Reeve equalize that, actually put them up on the advantage, as now GunSlingerS are down to 3 players. They get into A side though, they're going to get the plant down. Defiance has to back away as he's tagged by the owl drone. Reeve here on guard, he's going to wait for his team to close in, and there's going to be a heavy retake coming in. Let's keep our eyes on Roach, see what he does from here. Sorry, Crumbs and Reeve. Reeve going to be playing a little bit more slower because he does have operator in his hand. Now Crumbs, here he comes, puts out his nade, and the breach out comes in. He's going to slow down the players, but Crumbs swings on that. He gets a kill with the nade as a Kapoopa and Vishnu chime in to kill. And Defiance just glides into sight, gets a Kapoopa, but 99 Scream clutch from him as he's holding on for dear life. A nail biter of a round, exactly what GunSlingerS needed. They are holding on. 8 rounds. Will they be able?
There's 8-11 the scoreline, and what Stefan? What does that do? Because Benjay had his ult as well. I think he was a little late to get Vision out. I think that was the difference. And brilliant play by Scrims to actually clutch out that round, because it was looking like all hope was taken away from GunSlingerS that round. Again, they were boxed into the side. They had the planted, but they were looking like they were holding pretty bad post-plant positions. But it goes in favor of them. Absolutely brilliant. They should take this as a comeback point.
Yeah, the problem here was that during every retake, ZeGG were always swinging together. But I think that round, they kind of, were swinging individually. They were swinging by themselves. And that's kind of what cost him the round. 99 Scream got 2 separate 1v1s for himself, and his aim is actually on point right now. He's top fragging for the team as well, 22 kills already. And he was able to close that round out. Spikes dropped towards mid, is it? No, sorry, that's actually Ekapumba who has dropped.
Yeah, that was a very early frag. Ekapumba falls at mid, and now there's a the man advantage to the defenders, and now they have to push into side. They are playing it very slow now. They're pushing catwalk. Roach is still having a very aggressive angle, so should someone go into mid, he's holding a very decent angle to take him out.
That dart's not gonna be spotting him as well, so if he times it right, he might actually be able to spot some players, and he does. He spots Great Killer who was jumping out. He gets one, he gets two, and he gets traded out.
Spike down
And
mid.
it's a 2v3 for GunSlingerS. GunSlingerS now have
Oh
to
no.
fight rest of the players. Chroms falls as well. It's a
One enemy
2v2.
remaining.
Make that a 1v2. It's
player
just 99
standing.
Scream. But 99 Scream does take out Defiance. But he has to get the spike in right now. Time's clicking.
10
time's
seconds
ticking.
left.
Benji. He's on mid. He knows that the spike is here. 99 Scream on 25 health. He has to go for this fight. He has to look for the fight. He doesn't have time. What's he doing?
Oh no. Oh no 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 no.
Oh, Benji.
Ah, he was caught in between two minds there. 99 Scrim, you would have thought that is the
Match
jet
point.
difference, Stefan, because 99 Scrim, I had a really good round, but he had a bit of a, I think the technical term for that is a brain fart moment, because 99 Scrim was, he was running out of time and he didn't know what exactly he had to do there. Whereas Reeve is a little more cool-headed. Like he would have maybe thought, okay, guys, time's running out. There's nothing I can do about this. I have to go for that kill. But he was caught between two minds. Time ran out, and then he gets taken out by Benji to rub salt in the wound. And now the Union Gamers are on match point.
You should run.
This is match point for ZeGG as they are so much more closer to finishing this off and becoming the champions of the Samsung Members Challenge Series Season 3. And look at Reeve. Reeve's playing so aggressive. Goes to aim and picks up the orb, brings out his Bladestorm, and he is just sending it. He is going down towards the mid. He doesn't care if he gets spotted out. He knows his team's there for the support. He does fall though, so there's no real advantage. Benji stuck here in B side, has got caught to the Killjoy out, and the players from GunSlingerS are pushing out through mid. It's sort of mixed buys. Chroms coming, getting the better of Speed Killer. 99 Scream there for the trade. Vision as well collecting out Roach. And I don't think GunSlingerS are going to let ZeGG take this round too easily. It is Benji and Defiance. Spike's going down at A.
Spike planted.
Defiance coming in through Garden and Benji coming up through Heaven. What can they do? Benji has just one flash to work with. Outrun's probably going to spot him out any second now. He does. He gets tagged up as well, but the spam through under Heaven is not going to hit him. 99 Scream gonna be a little bit disappointed that he couldn't do that. And now Benji Defiance gonna be playing together.
One enemy
As
remaining.
Defiance already collects 2 aces, 99 Scream, he gets flashed and he goes on Heaven. It's just him and he's able to close the round out. 9-12. GunSlingerS are holding on to this for dear life as they're slowly crawling their way back. Oh my god.
Absolutely brilliant. 99 Scrims. He's just wow. If there's a clutch moment at that at under Heaven, he's the man to call, because he has been getting a couple of those today, and now they are still on match point, Union Gamers, but the comeback, the winning round was there in the favor of GunSlingerS, and now forcing the Union Gamers into a saving round. So
And
this is going to be
absurd
Benji and the
round.
Trump show now. He's
by
flashing out his
ZeGG.
teammate, but no.
Yeah, an absurd round by ZeGG, and now absurd round by GunSlingerS, and now ZeGG are on a saving ground, so they only have pieces to work with. So GunSlingerS capitalizing on that, just rush into their faces. They take out Chroms and Benji. 2 important fraggers. Roach falls as well. Now it's just Reeve double peeks that and takes 99 Scream out. It could be possible, but there's only so much you can do with just 2 sheriffs in the hands of Defiance and Reeve.
Last player standing.
Reeve has too many bodies to aim there, and now it's just Defiance. Defiance going to be playing for this exit frags. He wants to make this round as costly as possible for GunSlingerS. Make sure that the next round, this round is going to be there. They are going to be allowing GunSlingerS to get that double digit. But if Defiance can take some guns out of their hands, it's going to be difficult for GunSlingerS to buy back into this round, and ZeGG might actually have the advantage. He peeks away at the exact wrong time. The timing is perfect for Vision as he comes in, sees Defiance with the Sheriff in his hand, looking the wrong way. And GunSlingerS move up to 10 rounds. It's so late in the game, but it looks like GunSlingerS have switched on. They've come online and they're here to play.
Well, the defense side is not looking very easy for Union Gamers to actually hold, because they are playing without a sentinel. That could be that could be the main factor for their heavy defeats in the defensive rounds. But again, they are still on match point, so anything could still happen. But we are looking at a good comeback coming in from GunSlingerS. But the pullback coming in from the Union Gamers.
Spirit Killer managed to get himself into B side. He gets heavily tagged, but he's still there. 99 Scream joins him there for support, and it's Benji. Look at Benji's position. Benji has actually made itself into boathouse, and if anyone beats him right now, if that smoke goes away, Subspear should fall. 99 Scream and Subspear, they get Roach. Oh no, 99 Scream Oh, he gets the right click.
Ooh.
It looks like GunSlingerS is actually coming back into this round. It's now only up to Defiance and Reeve. And Spike's gone down at ace side. What an immaculate play by Ekapumba. The fake of the tournament coming in from GunSlingerS as they've planted at ace side. They're bringing the bodies towards B and the bodies fall from ZeGG. And they have, the last remaining few players have to go back towards A side. I don't think there's much Defiance and Reeve can do from here. They are going to have to allow GunSlingerS to get into 11 rounds. Defiance going to smoke the bomb out. He's going to get that defuse. Will he get the half defuse or will he get the full speed? It's going to come running in towards him. And he's spamming through the smoke and it was too close for comfort.
Yeah, exactly, Stefan. That's exactly what I was thinking. He was a little too close to comfort. Spirit Killer did have a couple of names as well, which he chooses not to use, and interesting all around. But again, the defenders, they still have a decent amount of money, but I think they will go in for another half buy, and that. Well, it's an all or nothing moment right now. We could potentially go into a match point. Or like this could still go into another round, and for GunSlingerS, and we might actually see a tie.
Can GunSlingerS take this into overtime? Can they do this? Can they finally turn the clock and take this into overtime and give ZeGG a run for their money? Ekapumba has already picked up Roach. ZeGG are a man down in this important round. If GunSlingerS keep playing this to perfection the way they are doing already, they should be able to take it into overtime. Subspear being so aggressive, confidence in his hand, he pushes into the smoke, but pays the price as Defiance is there to collect that frag. Equal footing for both teams, and Benji with a Bucky catches Vision's head, and the players are stuck in B. GunSlingerS have to fight for their lives. Together they go. Benji knows Benji is coming in, trying to fight in Ekapumba. Fault line comes in, and does he spot out the gun barrel of Ekapumba? No, he doesn't. He walks right into Ekapumba. It's Reeve. It's Reeve with one, Reeve with two, and it's a 1v1 once again. And Reeve has been clutching on this 1v1, but no, Ekapumba with 4 kills on the round. It's overtime, Hufki. GunSlingerS have come online.
Switching sides.
And have they indeed? Like, this is brilliant play from Ekapumba. He was having a very, very slow game. 4 kills on the round for himself, and absolutely brilliant play there. He spams through the wall to get Reeve out. He was defusing. Absolutely brilliant by Team GunSlingerS, who are utilizing the sentinel advantage. So they are just basically rushing into site, knowing that they don't have a proper sentinel to hold the site, and they're just rushing in, getting the planter and holding very good post-plant position. So that has been the difference that in the defending rounds. Ascent usually a defender's map, but so far it seems to be the opposite tail, and now GunSlingerS are back in it. It's overtime. Let's see what we can have from here.
For you,
how do Reeve and Crumbs play this? Are they going to be frustrated with losing that heavy lead, that lead? They lost out that lead. And are they going to be playing aggressive, or are they going to be sticking to their strats and playing a little bit slower? Crumbs is going to do his normal thing. He's going to be playing in B. And it's only Vision here to actually challenge him. But if Crumbs comes out on top, which I doubt he will, because I don't think he'll be risking it for his team and going into side. I said that though, but Roach already picks off Subspear. Renadiv coming in hot as Reeve and Roach are pushing in through B. They're about to cut off Vision. Vision going to be all alone in B side with an Odin. And there we go. Reeve, the Vandal, better in this case. That Odin, not much he can do. And B side should be there. So the taking, it is now 99 Scream, Ekapumba and Spirit Killer, who are going to have to come into close quarters and play for this retake. They've done so much, but can they do much more? No, they can't. 99 Scream's already fallen. Defiance makes sure that he TPs back into mid, and his Spirit Killer and Ekapumba separated from themselves.
Last player standing.
Reeve picks them off. It's like fish in a barrel for ZeGG at this point right now, as each team member chimes in with a kill of their own. And ZeGG get that first round of overtime.
Switching sides.
Although,
if ZeGG needed a confidence boost after coming into the thing, after losing such a huge, demanding win lead, they had it right there because it was a flawless victory for them. And still, anything could happen, Stefan. But this is match point in overtime. Let's just hope that the GunSlingerS can pull something out.
So in the previous attacking rounds of GunSlingerS, almost every round what had been working for them was pushing into B main. But they are changing things up a little bit because I think they know ZeGG will be expecting that, and they're going to be pushing in for bit control. And look at Reeve's position. Reeve's already pushed up here, and the smoke's actually going to not help him there. He was about to spot a player's head, but the smoke covers him. Good timing from Ekapumba, and that smoke to help his players out. And here we go. Gunslingers, they know how important this round is. They're playing it slow. They're waiting for ZeGG, someone from ZeGG to make a mistake. And I have a feeling it's probably going to be Reeve. Reeve's peeking so many aggressive angles in this round. He wants a frag. He wants to make sure he puts the advantage early in the hands of ZeGG. And that's exactly what he's doing. He has actually spotted out a few players, and those players have rotated out. And Gunslingers have now teed up all together into A side. This is probably going to be a very heavy A push. Question is though, it's Roach who's on site. Will he be able to keep his composure and land some heads? Will he be able to click on those heads? Or will he actually whiff? Here we go, the push comes in now. Roach is waiting for that. Lear comes in. Second Lear comes in as well. Roach takes him out immediately, and Exclusive and Roach are chiming to the kill zone, but Vision and Scrim actually collect the 2 frags, and it's a 2v3 Gunslingers advantage once again. Overtime is looking difficult, but Chroms looks strong. He's already evened it out. It's a 2v2. Chroms and Benji versus 99 Scrim, and slaps here. He was fault line, but he gets the kill. Benji comes into side. It's him versus 99 Scrim. 1v1. 99 Scrim gets it. Flash in his goal, but Benji closes the round. And he's going to shift walk himself into victory as ZeGG are your Samsung Members Challenger Series Season 2 winners once again.
Absolutely brilliant by
Defenders
Benji.
win.
That was all about his utilities. He did have a couple of players fault line, but Tom's not being able to utilize that to his advantage. Gets taken out by Slap Spear, but Benji is there for the trade on Slap Spear, and what a brilliant flash catching him out. And like the final kill was basically just a flashed man just getting headshotted, and that was absolutely brilliant. Who was having Benji, who was having a very slow game to begin with, comes up with the all important round and wins the game. Well played, Union Gamers. They have the champions. Oh my god, brilliant.
Yeah, and look at the scoreboard, Hafki. Look at how well the duelists from both teams popped off. They played an immaculate game around the Sentinels of their team. The support system was fantastic as they allowed 99 Scream and Reeve to play their style, to play aggressive, to push wherever they wanted to and get those frags. But unfortunately for 99 Scream, that last round he had to go against the Sentinel who had flashes. And well, it was the tale to be told as 99 Scream exits that round seeing sunlight, and it was Benji that he had to face there. It looked like it was Gunslinger's round. It looked like it was going to be another overtime round as it was a 3v2, but Crumbs comes in, makes sure he evens it out, and then he leaves the rest to Benji. Benji comes on the side, picks off Slap Spear, and then flashes 99 Scream, and what a way to end it for ZeGG. They left it close, they left it too close for comfort, but they still come in clutch.
Yeah, exactly. We almost saw the round going away from them, but it was actually Crumbs who actually walked into heaven, taking out Vision as well. And then it was all about Benji's utilities, and I told you, flashed he fault line 2 players, and Crumbs wasn't able to take the advantage, but it doesn't seem to matter because Benji is there for the kills of his own, and he was again having a very slow game, but the most important round in that entire game, in the entire tournament rather, because that was the grand final and that was the match point, and he's there better than the the Jet who was, as you said, watching at sunlight. And yeah, another tournament.
Another
It's not
tournament
just
for-
another
yeah.
game. It's another tournament going in favor of Team Union Gamers.
Yeah, they've been making their name. They've been putting their name out there. They're looking very strong, and these other teams that are actually facing them as well, they look very strong. It's maybe just these unfortunate mistakes that happen mid round. Because the problem here is ZeGG are Gunslingers are good in early round and late round as well, but they are almost always outdone by ZeGG in mid round. ZeGG are very strong
Yeah.
mid round, and they're actually stronger in the final seconds of the round as well. They just know how to handle themselves no matter what pressure they have to face against.
Exactly. And also they have to, I think, work on a little bit on actually holding the site after getting the spike down, because that's where we actually saw the defenders coming into play. When Union Gamers were defending, when they had the spike down, we saw Crumbs moving in, just flanking the teams, and they basically box the attacking team into the site that they plant the bomb in, and get a couple of, they just all peek together at the same time. The defenders don't know what to do at that moment. and basically got taken out, fish in a barrel, and that was their best performance. So again, Union Gamers are just looking at like the #1 team in Sri Lanka right now because they keep winning all the tournaments they get placed in.
Yeah, I was telling you that final round for Gunslingers when they were on the attack, what had been working for them was that B side push, but they completely switched up in overtime. They played it very slow, very default. They pushed the players through mid, they pushed a few players through B main, a couple of them through A main, and then they all came together down next to mid before they actually initiated that A main push. And I actually personally thought that wouldn't work for them because more often than not, you remember that round where they pushed into Amen and they got caught out to
Yeah.
Crumbs' utility. That was actually a beautiful round by him. It was
Oh
all
yeah.
utility kill and I think it was a Bucky. Was it a Bucky or a Reeve? Randall. I can't remember.
It was a shotgun. It was either a Bucky or a Judge, and yeah, that was absolutely brilliant. We did have a couple of clip-worthy rounds there,
Rounds
didn't
there,
we? That was
so many
Crumbs'
clutch.
one and
Uh,
Reeve.
an absolutely beautiful tournament, a beautiful finals. I hope those players actually clutched those rounds because those were actually immaculate. Reeve, Crumbs, even 99 Scrim.
Yeah.
But once again, without much being said, ZeGG take another title under their belt. This time it is the Samsung Members Challenge Series Season 3 Part 2. They're just climbing up there with the trophies that they're collecting right now, Hafki. I hope there's more to see from them, and I hope there's more improvement. There's more teams that actually come to face them and give them a fight for their money, give them a fight for the titles at least. And hopefully there's more intense Valorant for us to watch. This final was one of the best in my opinion. Maybe it's just personal preference, but I feel like those clips actually made it so much more interesting to watch.
Of course, that was an amazing performance by both teams with star players popping off when they had to. As I said, clip for the performances. Reeve, 99 Scrim, and Crumbs. They just they just popped off, didn't they? Those are those videos you see all over the social media, and we saw quite a lot of those in one day, and that is just amazing. Like overall, it was a brilliant watch from a neutral perspective, and I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, and with that being said, we are going off. We will be calling it now. It is good night from Mastercasters Roscoe and Hafki. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We enjoyed it for sure. We enjoyed casting it. A beautiful game and a beautiful final as well. ZeGG taking the win once again. That's it. Enough being said. Good night, everyone.